Yes. Welcome to another week of BL Thoughts episode 5. We back up in this thing, you dig what I'm saying? We talking about balance today. Incense lit. Nice little cereal milk in the blunt, you dig what I'm saying? Backwoods preferably. I still smoke blunts. What's going on with my people? You know, we settling into this one. We ain't going in too fast, you dig what I'm saying? We easing on into this one because it's about balance, you dig what I'm saying? You want to have balance. You want to have a balance in every aspect of your life. You dig? Let's talk about balance for a little bit. Balance is something you gotta have. Like, you never want to do too much of this, too little of that. You always want to come correct, and when coming correct, you know what I mean? It starts with your foundation. It starts with your family. Starts with your friends, starts with the ones close to you. If you somebody that wants to be, if you somebody that wants to be successful in this world, if you want to be somebody that's peaceful, if you want to be somebody that's focused, you got to have the right balance. You dig what I'm saying? And you know that goes back to knowing what you want, you know what I mean? Knowing the things you accept, knowing the behaviors that you don't accept. Keeping your eyes on the people around you and not in a negative way, more just staying in tune with their energy, you feel me? And deciding on what's real for you and what's not, you know what I mean? What you can fuck with and what you can't. And then when you start to decide what's going on and you get that noted, then you can be able to have conversations with your family and your friends and discuss the things that you got to tune in with and discuss the things that you're not tuning in with. You know what I mean? And if they really your family and your friends, you feel me, they gonna respect you for being honest because you telling them the truth. You know what I mean? But the thing about it is, you got to be 100% honest though. I've been in them situations. There's been times, you know what I mean? Me and family members, immediate family or distant, you know, situations happen, and it might have been things that I didn't agree with or I felt like I wouldn't have done. You know what I mean? And in those things, I had to decide if I was rocking with them or not. And I'm good. My cutoff game is impeccable. You know what I mean? It's a gift and a curse, but it's impeccable. So, you know. But at the same time, you feel me, if you never had that conversation to get an understanding, then you'll never have the balance. You feel me? Now, if you had that conversation and you see that this individual is how they are and that's just how they give it up and they're not trying to digest the real out of this shit, then you know you got to handle them accordingly, and that's life. You feel me? There ain't no love lost because we family. You dig what I'm saying? But regardless or not, I'm going to come get the clarity of it so we can get the balance going. Even if it's me balancing myself to know how I'm dealing with whoever that person may be. You dig what I'm saying? Another thing is you got to balance your business. Everybody wants to be a workaholic, and some people are lazy than a motherfucker. You're not going to get nothing in life if you don't work, but if you work too hard and you don't relax, then you're going to work yourself to death and you're not going to live no parts of life. You got to have balance. I'm a business owner. I do a whole bunch of shit. You know what I mean? So it's easy for me to stay overworked, all type of situations like that. You know what I mean? But I always tend to find balance. I always tend to find time to sleep, get my full sleep in. I always find time to do things that I enjoy aside from work. And if work is a part of the things I enjoy, then that's killing two birds with one stone. That's a blessing. But for the most part, I've always found the balance. I've always lived my life. I've probably done a lot of shit in my 34 years of living that men 50 and up have never seen before, 60 and up have never seen before, because I always found that balance. As hard as I worked, I always found time to enjoy myself, you dig what I'm saying, and explore, you dig what I'm saying. I done swam in the ocean, I done took vacations, I done been in different countries, I done seen different shit, you feel me? But I made sure I worked as hard too though, so it wasn't like I'm just wasting time doing one or the other, you dig what I'm saying? And when you could be able to find that balance, you'll have better relationships, you'll have better friendships, you'll have a better spirit, you dig what I'm saying? Because you able to touch all bases. You getting the work done, but you getting everything else done too. You know what I mean? You gotta balance your structure, you gotta balance your life. You know what I mean? You gotta know what you like. And you gotta know what you do not like. It don't matter if it's the things you do, the company you keep, the type of entertainment you bring in your life. You gotta have a balance of all of that, and you gotta be able to stay positive in all of that and enjoy all of that. That's how you get the best out of this shit. You know what I mean? Your structure is everything. When you wake up, if you want to be healthy, wake up, bust down, get your programming right, start working out. You ain't got to work out super hard so fast. You know what I mean? Ease it in. If you ain't hitting not one push-up, do 5, then do 10, then do 20. Keep going. Do 30, 50. Keep going. If you running, jog a little bit. When you get tired and you know you really whooped, relax. Don't kill yourself out there trying to compete with the next motherfucker that's been running out every single day at 5 o'clock. You can't compete with him. You gotta have balance. You going at ease with your shit. The way you eat. If you feel like you eating good, but it's still not working, you might need to cut down as much as you eat. Your portions. If you feeling like you eating a whole bunch of bullshit and your stomach feel fucked up and you feel lazy and fat and you ain't holding it down, change your routine a little bit. Try to put more salads in your movement, put more soups in your movement. Change your routine a little bit. You drinking a whole bunch of soda and shit, drink some juice from time to time. Drink some water for real. As much soda and juice as I done drank, I'm on this water movement. Water keeps you hydrated. You gotta have a balance. And when you got a balance in your life, you got a balance in your health, you got a balance in the way you eat, the way you move, the things you own, your whole perspective is different. You ain't gonna be the same person. And then you start to see how unbalanced the people around you are. And it ain't no knock on them. Everybody's life is different, you dig what I'm saying? And some people like certain shit. But it's about your balance. Everyone wants to succeed, you dig what I'm saying? Everyone wants to go far in whatever they doing. But in order to do that, you gotta cover all bases. You can't just be the best at one thing and then you done miss 4 or 5 other things. That's not balance. You ain't gonna be able to attack the whole thing. If all you do is post on the internet and you're not actually talking to people and showing people the merchandise and wearing your merchandise or selling your merchandise or having your merchandise on hand for people to see, you're not covering all bases. Everything is more than what it seems. You got to think outside the box. And when you start to figure out that information, jot it down, organize, plan it. Then you create your balance. You got promotions here, you got marketing here, you got branding here. You got new ideas here. Find a team to help you balance if you can't balance it yourself. A lot of the biggest companies in the world, they don't even know how to do the things they're selling. But they know how to build a team, they know how to balance everything they need, and they're getting the job done. Just imagine what you can do if you did all that yourself and built the team. Find a balance, you dig what I'm saying? You gotta find a balance, even in music. If you're an artist, it's not just the music. It's the cover art. It's the videos. It's the marketing. It's the commercials. What are you doing to promote your project for people to see other than just having a song on some type of place to play it? Sometimes people can sell something without the song even coming out yet. They have so much marketing and direction and visuals and content that surrounds the topic of what they're putting out that you're just ready to see what they're putting out. You got to be able to perform live. You got to be able to have merch. You got to be able to market way bigger than just rapping or singing. It's a balance. When you find that balance, you're going to win. It's going to be obstacles in your way. It's going to be bumps and moves that's going to try to stop your flow. But you're going to be able to see that versus just jumping into stuff spontaneous. You dig what I'm saying? You don't know how to process the information that's being given to you because you're not balanced as a person. That's mentally too. At the end of the day, when you're dealing with this life out here, you got to be able to listen and talk. But you got to be able to listen first. If you're not talking, learn how to listen. Because it's a balance. If you can listen and talk, then it could be an understanding and you'll still get your point across. But if you're not able to do both, if you're just a listener and you ain't talking, and you just a talker and you ain't listening, it's not gonna work. Has to be a balance in everything. Live your life, man. Move forward, man. It's BL Thoughts for the night. You know, we got a whole bunch of new movement coming. We dropping some new shit next week. New content, Sir BL TV, get ready. Smoke Kings Network, get ready. Smoke Kings podcast coming. We just keeping it lit, man. We trying to keep this shit moving. And we trying to have the right balance. Blessings to everybody. Good night. Good morning. Good afternoon if you overseas. We out.